Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be trying the Draw This Again challenge, and I'm going to be retrying my first drawing on YouTube, which is crazy to think about when I look back, and it's over 7 years ago. Where did that time go? So it's actually a banshee from Mass Effect 3. I remember at the time I was so excited about the upcoming release of Mass Effect 3 that I ended up working on 5 acrylic paintings, and they were large paintings, and they took a few weeks each. I actually uploaded, before my first drawing video, I uploaded 2 acrylic painting process videos to show my family. And then the Mass Effect fan community showed me so much support that I really wanted to start posting more. And so I then started posting quick sketches, like the Banshee that was my first drawing video. Working on the drawings didn't take as much time, so I was able to put out more content, and then that led to me working on more and more. And then here we are 500 videos later. And it's 7 whole years. That's crazy to think about. And I'm super grateful for all the support that's encouraged me all this way. So the Banshee is this really scary and horrifying and formidable enemy in the Mass Effect universe. And they have this terrifying scream as well. So they actually have quite a dark backstory. There's this peaceful and intelligent alien race in the game called the Asari. And some of them are born with this genetic condition, and they're known as the Ardat Yakshi. It makes them much more dangerous and powerful, and they're also known as the Demon of the Night Winds. And the Banshee is a result of one of those characters being mutated with this evil Reaper technology. So it's very dark. They change into these horrible, evil enemies that you have to fight against. It's funny, I'm thinking back to that time I recorded that first drawing video, and I have this very vivid memory of that time for some reason. I remember spending the afternoon trying to create this makeshift camera tripod. I was sticking it together with tape, and I was using my old phone to record. And I remember after recording that video and creating a time-lapse, and watching that time-lapse for the first time, it was such an exciting feeling. It was like a light bulb moment where I realised that I could do this. I could create time-lapse artwork. And it really did light that spark for me to start creating more content on YouTube. And I still get that excitement now. If I've worked on a larger project that I'm really proud of, and I get so much excitement then to share it with you. And it's just, thinking about that first recording right now, it's just put a big smile on my face. Looking back at my channel with over 7 years of work, I really love having a portfolio like this. I think sometimes it really helps to look back to see and appreciate how far you've come. I think it's good to do that every now and then, to see your progress. For me, with this YouTube channel, it's kind of like having this visible timeline of my progress. And there's no way I would have worked on this much if it wasn't for your support. So that's why I'm always going to be grateful for the support you've shown. It truly means a lot to me. I've been really looking forward to trying this challenge, being able to compare my version of the Banshee now with the one from 7 years ago. I've been so excited to see the result. I've wanted to try the Draw This Again challenge for a while because it's always so inspiring to see other artists trying it out. I love browsing art on Instagram, and I find the most inspiring posts to be the ones where an artist compares their new version with an older version of their work. Seeing their amazing improvement over time, it's so inspiring, and that's why I wanted to see if that would be the case for me, and would I see that kind of improvement in my own drawing. And I highly recommend giving the Draw This Again challenge a try, because it's so inspiring, not only for yourself but for other artists in the community. I think this is such a brilliant challenge to really prove to yourself that you've made improvements. and I find it really exciting to see everyone's posts in this challenge. Looking at my drawings from 7 years ago, in 2012, I can see that I was adding dark outlines to pretty much everything I worked on. Even if I was attempting a realistic portrait, I would make sure to add dark outlines, which ended up making the drawings look quite flat. So I've definitely learnt not to do that since then. And back then, I didn't really spend much time on each drawing. I was more about creating content and just trying to create as much as possible. I was still learning because I was drawing all the time, but back then I didn't really know much about rendering yet. These days I love to render the drawings. I love to spend time smoothing with blending sticks, then rendering the details and the shadows and the highlights. I love the process now. I love spending that bit of extra time and getting into more of the technical side of it. It's so fun. And I basically just learnt through practice with over 500 videos now and thousands of hours of drawing. And what I've learnt from all those hours of drawing, all the drawings I've worked on, the advice I would give to anyone who is trying to improve their drawing, for me, it's always been about practice, just drawing as often as you can, being open to different materials and supplies as well. But most importantly, it's just about putting the time in. Even just random doodles on a scrap piece of paper, everything helps to build your ability over time. Also, I found that it's not always the most expensive supplies that are the best. Sometimes I've found that the cheaper alternatives end up being my personal preference. And I think that's really important. It's about just trying as many supplies as you can. And it's really inspiring and fun to try out lots of different supplies anyway. So I highly recommend that. And then from that, you'll find your personal preferences, the kind of supplies that work for you and the way you like to work. If I look back at the kind of stuff I was working on back in 2012, it was mostly graphite. I think there was 1 or 2 watercolour pieces, but definitely sticking mostly to graphite. These days, I still love working with graphite. As I mentioned, I love to render the details and I love to get into the technical side of it. But I also love to work on marker drawings, pen drawings, watercolour pieces is something that I've been practicing much more this year. And I've been trying to work on more experimental, larger projects like the tea drawing I worked on recently. And I had so much fun with that. And I look forward to trying some more projects like that soon because it was so exciting to see that work. And so I guess it's finally time in this video for me to compare the 2 banshee drawings. And on purpose, I hadn't looked too closely at my banshee drawing from 2012 because I really wanted it to be a surprise for me. If I was hoping it was going to be a surprise, and I can honestly say I'm really happy. I'm so pleased with the result. Seeing the 2 next to each other and seeing the differences, there's quite an obvious difference in terms of the detail I added. I think just overall confidence in my shadows and highlights and my control over the line work, nice sharp lines on the new version. And I'm just really pleased. It was so nice to revisit this banshee drawing from over 7 years ago. That still seems crazy. Lots of fond memories from then, in terms of video games and Mass Effect 3, but also in terms of starting this channel and getting my first time-lapse video online. And what that means to me is huge. Getting this channel started and everything that led from it, all the amazing support from you, it's meant so much to me over the years. So that's why I've had a big smile on my face while working on this project, because just thinking about what this drawing means to me and just remembering recording that first video. Be sure to let me know what you think of the result and the difference between these 2 drawings. And also let me know if you take part in the Draw This Again challenge. I'd love to see your post. It's so inspiring to see everyone's work and how they improve. And also let me know if you have any suggestions for future drawing videos you'd like to see me try, if there's any challenges, or tutorials, or any kind of fantasy or fan art you want to see me try. Any suggestions are hugely welcome and they really help. If you want to see more art videos like this, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, and any thumbs up or shares on this video are hugely appreciated. If you want to follow and support my progress, then be sure to check out the links in the description for my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you all soon.